Welcome back to another episode of She Inspires. I'm Tay A.
And I'm Ceylon Jai, and this is a podcast about women in business and life.
And this episode is sponsored by Fine Detailing.
So email sheinspirespod@gmail.com for all of your business promo needs, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So, today we have two special guests. Our first is Chelsea.
Harriet!
Yes, we have Chelsea. She is the owner of Optimum Body, right? While also balancing a corporate job. Yes. And then we have Jahkeya, who is an entrepreneur, owner of J. Milan Beauty. Yes. And she's also expecting. So welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
You guys feeling
Nervous.
This is gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time on this podcast. It's gonna be a fun episode. But before we start, we're gonna play a little game.
You know, we like a game. We need a game. Huh?
Yeah, I feel like it just loosens up, the mood. So we're gonna play Would You Rather, Business Edition. Okay, I'll go first. And any of us. So how are we gonna do? We're all gonna answer like what?
I mean, I don't know too much about entrepreneurship, owning businesses and stuff, but I'll try to
I'll start Chelsea then. I'll start you, Chelsea. Okay, so would you rather get a huge increase of sales, but your personal life is chaotic?
That's something no.
Or have a slower business, but a perfectly balanced personal life?
What was the first one? The first one was
have a huge increase of sales, but your life is chaotic.
I'll get that one.
That one?
I'll get that one because no matter what, your life is always going to have storms. And so I've been able to master going through storms and still navigate through life. But I'm going to take them sales.
Thank you.
Let me get that money on. Yeah. That's my coin. Think I'm better than Yeah, I like that one.
Period.
So I got to go. Would you rather?
Oh, I can go. Let's take a do.
Yeah, good. Because I got my question ready. Okay, cool.
So take a do, Jahkeya.
Okay. I feel like I know what you're going to choose. Okay. Would you rather have a business that's known worldwide or a small local business that allows you to stay at home more often?
Worldwide.
Period. I get I get that one. I feel like Thank you.
Yeah. Might as well. All right. So you guys want to try?
Hey. Okay. You said something about I did. Come on, yeah.
You can ask me.
I did, but what was it? I don't know. Would you rather? Oh, it doesn't even have to be business. You want to spice it up there?
Yeah, you can spice it up.
I have a blank.
You can be anything. It don't have to be business.
Would you rather? I like the business one, but I was trying to think would you rather? I guess I have advice. Okay, well, just do your blog on what I think, because my mind is like.
That's okay. Go ahead.
And what was it? Okay. What time is it?
It's all right.
It was. I remember I was talking about 20,000. Why was 20,000 in my head?
You was asking, would I rather get 20,000 or something else? And he's like, I'm not telling you that last part.
Yeah.
I didn't hear this conversation.
Okay.
We stop. We stop.
Okay,
we keep gonna be stopped.
It don't matter. We play it and be like.
Let me chat GPT.
Yeah, get ahead, do it. I'm feeling. Come on, look it up. Look it up.
Okay, look it up.
You can look it up.
You Google it? You Google it? Okay, well, I guess I'll Google it. Would you rather log in?
Okay, would you rather I can't ask you a question.
Ask me.
Who you ask me?
It's a dumb decision.
Yeah, ask me. I'll ask it.
You can ask me.
She has a business.
Okay. Would you rather own your own storefront or be friend? Or work in somebody else's?
Personally, I would
Well, what was it?
I would do booth rent. Would you rather have your own storefront or booth rent? I would rather booth rent because I don't think I can handle that. Like, I don't think I can handle managing a storefront. Like, shout out to you, baby. You guys going on. And shout out to you too. And shout out to you. But that's like those stores.
Yeah.
See? Baby, you could just hang on rent and good.
And some people prefer that.
Yeah.
Everybody could be
the boss.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know?
Good.
Thank you, ChatGPT. I want a cute one.
You love
What if I multiple cute ones? But this one is cute. Oh. Would you rather go back in time and change one big business mistake or fast forward 5 years to see your business's success?
That's a good one.
Come on, girl. That's a good one.
Yes,
I feel like I would fast forward.
I would definitely.
Because I feel like whatever happens in the past is meant to, you know, grow. Yeah, exactly. So I think that I would want to see what's happening 5 years from now, baby. Where is the money on? How much we made? Like,
Yeah, I want to fast forward.
here.
Show me what I'm doing because I know.
Show me how good to get.
Yeah.
You know?
The past definitely prepares you for who you are now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was cute.
That was fun.
That was a fun game. You feeling loose? You feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Cute. So let's get into it.
So I feel like before we dive deeper into the business aspect of things and just like, you know, your stores and things of that nature, let's just talk about you two. Like, how did you become friends?
You want me to start the
She actually
story?
didn't like me. Oh my gosh, Why you didn't like me? It's just that sweet. Why you didn't like me?
Don't feel by the pretty face.
You guys went to
I think, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I went public school,
I went public school.
and she went public school. And then she went to BI in her 5th grade year or whatever, right?
I think what's fifth? Like primary? Fifth grade is P6.
P6.
Okay.
So I went to Patrick Primary. My brother went to BI, so I was just like, let me go test out the school, see if I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the school on this day, and everybody just greeted me like, oh my gosh, the new girl, like, hey. Except for her.
Yeah.
What was she?
So what's she here?
What was she? I understand her now. But she's not jumping out of her boots for nobody.
Yeah.
She didn't even, I don't even think she greeted me. So that's why I was like,
I said hi.
that's why I was like, hi. And everybody else was excited. And then it was like,
thought I didn't say hi. I'm sure I said hi.
it was mug. It was like, who is she? It was like, yeah, it was. So
don't forget your brother was like, tell me she's a real friend.
that's not true. But so I think like that was 5th grade. I didn't go to school. I just went for like one day to test it out. And she rubbed me like not the best way. So then I actually got into the school in M1. Right, I went there from middle school.
Mhm.
And
We had a lot of mutual outside.
yeah, we have a lot of mutual outside friends. So we was like, I was like, hey, maybe she is.
Maybe she is cool.
I don't know. Maybe she's that girl. And we've been together since then. That was
Like
15, 14 years.
Yeah. 15 years. Period. I mean, the girls are friends for a long time, honey. Get you a lifelong friend.
Yeah, that's nice. She's like my part of the crew, and we was best friends.
Have you guys ever had like, you know, falling out?
I'm the baby. I didn't take everything personal.
Not falling out, but probably
Never.
disagreement.
Yeah.
She hurts my
Like it hasn't been like a big like
Fight.
Nick.
But I feel like that's what shows you like that you're true friends, right? When you're able to just fight back. You said she crushed
You do have my feelings.
No, girl, she is to say.
You do have my
So you're any more like dominant? I'm dominant, bro.
Yeah.
Really? I feel like you get more like submissive and softer, and you're more like
I'm more.
She's blunt. She is like, I'm very softer. I'm like a little person. I'm softer. I cry more than anyone. I get sensitive. Like, if she says, like, remember the other day you said, like, I don't have to pump? She basically, I don't have to pump. And I'm like, but why would you pump either? Like,
And that wasn't my intentions,
Right.
but I guess how I come across, they can't come across as that. Especially
Right,
if I'm being emotional and me not. So I do get emotional, but it takes a lot for you to emotional. So I had I had this gender reveal, right? It was something very intimate. And she was just opening up my shop.
Mhm.
So she
telling the truth, I was launching my brand new telling the truth.
So that's the same thing.
you
My brand new was like, didn't have to be.
Yeah, so she was opening her shop, so she had a lot to do, like putting her shop together, inventory and everything. So
Is that, can you pay
not
for
to
me?
get into
I don't care. I said I was paying for my shop. I said,
okay. So anyway, so it was something in regards to payment, and
at the end of it, I was just like, well, if you end up not being able to come, then the main thing is the baby shower. Like, so you're not going to have to pay for nothing. Baby shower, that's the main thing. But it was last minute. I was just like, all right, fine. I'll just gather my family and tell them I'm having a baby and this is what it is. Because I was keeping it very to myself.
Right.
So, she took offense to it.
That was not what she said. She was like, well,
That's
you have
my
to come.
point of view. That was my point of view, and she took it.
Yeah.
She took it as though I was.
It was just like, why?
Saying like, right.
But that's not the case. It was just
Right.
like, I understand, man. Open up your business is a lot going on. So she's like, if you want to go, be gone.
Chelsea, understand because
I
I was
was
like,
like,
well, what
why
you
did
said
it?
ask me for?
Yeah, how she wanted. I wish I would put this picture of what she actually said, how she
I'm
said
pretty
it.
sure I got it.
But like, that's why, like, with friendships, like, I feel like we kind of learned each other over the years. Because I am super sensitive and she is very much so blunt. And she doesn't mean it wrong. Of course, like, right. She didn't mean to hurt my feelings.
Exactly.
What means, because I think I went, like, if it was me, like, I would want you there.
Yeah.
Why would you want me to do this?
I don't want you there.
And I already cried when I found them. Remember, I cried with Kayla when I cried with you. When we went to the X-ray.
And
I'm like,
Oh, my
that is me, child. You understand? I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna take everything you say as like, yeah.
I need a little bit more assurance from it. Like when it's certain words, I'm like, what you meant by that?
But I feel like that's how you two like balance each other out. Like,
Yeah, we do.
That's how
We are very much so we balance each other out.
I love that. So how do you two support each other in your entrepreneurial journeys?
Jahkeya just comes, drops her heart.
I feel like you were supporting her. I feel like she was supporting you in that situation. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Just like,
But
you gotta put you first, Lucius.
But that's not how I take it. But how we support each other, we do a lot of like backhand stuff, like like behind the scenes stuff. So when I first came to Bermuda, I needed like assistance. Like I have my LLC. I'm like, Bermuda's different. Like,
Idiot.
help me understand this. So you get like payroll tax. We be on each other. Like, did you pay that? Oh, that was. They called you, girl. They got me this. Like, we really like make sure that
it's more like admin.
Yeah.
Like totally
fundamental stuff.
Yeah.
You may not see us all the time in each other's shop as much because we're running our own, but we're like running our stuff together. Like,
And truthfully, when you are when two people are entrepreneurs and they're friends, it's hard to really support each other because, especially in Bermuda, it's hard running a business in Bermuda. So it's like to support each other physically.
Yeah.
Be there, it clashes.
Yeah.
Because you really have to be 10 toes all in. So.
Exactly. We always find a way. Like you saw, she was in my Christmas shoot.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And I was so
but let me tell you, I saw my Christmas shoot.
Yeah.
So Christmas shoot, I guess I took it too far a little bit. I was like, I wanted her to feel included. So her pregnancy has been like a private thing because it's her business. Right. So we did this shoot. I wanted to include her in the shoot. So she was there, dressed up, dolled up, cute. We did the video. Everyone was loving it. So then I got the video back and I'm like, I had to post it immediately because I was a little bit late and I needed the Christmas drop to happen.
Right.
So I normally would drop it in the group and say, what y'all think? But this time I just dropped it on Instagram, put the caption. But I forgot that we weren't posting Jahkeya pregnant.
It's still on Instagram yet.
Yo, I was so sad. I called her that
She called me.
so be upset. I am so sorry. It was at like 4,000, like 4,500 views within like 20 minutes.
And one thing, people is gonna view your stuff.
I got a message to talk about congratulations. I'm like, why is someone on Instagram? Because I'm posting on Snapchat.
Right.
That's more like
Intimate.
So I'm like, why Instagram's telling me congratulations? And then she called me. And I was like, no wonder I just ignored the person. But I was like, no wonder
I was so
congratulations.
I felt
You
so
were sad?
bad.
No. At that point, I was like,
I just felt like you wasn't going to tell me you was upset, but I felt like,
I didn't know.
God.
It was
Were
so
you,
much.
were you expecting the pictures to drop after you would drop
I
it?
didn't think it through.
I didn't even think about it. Like, honestly, I didn't think about it. So, I don't know. So, when she told me, I was just like,
I already told you.
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was like, sorry for what?
I think we was like, I don't know what we thought, but I was like, maybe, I don't know what we thought, but I knew that it shouldn't have
She
been
was like, don't please don't hate me.
I was
like,
I sent her a text. I was so vulnerable. I texted her. I was still like, I am.
And then I think I must have not answered you or something. He was like, oh my gosh, she hates me.
I was like, oh my gosh, because it's a private moment.
It is.
Like, and Instagram is a big platform, and here I go. And I also posted, and I also posted Kayla's baby with individual too, because Kayla hadn't dropped her baby on Instagram. Yeah. I felt bad.
But it was such a cute.
It was so cute.
But she
Like,
said that. She said that's why she ended up saying like, she was like,
and I think that was a cute. I think that was a very cute soft launch.
That's what she
for you.
said.
Like it was very just like cute and just listen.
And
And
she
this
was
is what it is.
I get ready hearing everything, so I was just like,
and then she went ahead and she's like,
let me just post mine on Twitter.
she texted me like, no, but remember you could text me like some early moon, like you could post it, but then it was like, no, don't post it. It was like, it was like, and she posted her pictures, and then I was like, okay, post it back. But
I was so up and down, but I kept thinking about the videos, and then
the
I was
video
just
was
like,
so cute.
all
She
right.
was like, it was like,
It gave
It was so cute.
I told you, I was like, it gave like old navy.
Yeah,
like, very
like family. I loved it.
Yeah, it made me comment buy a tracksuit.
yeah,
But it made me,
yeah.
I loved it.
Thank you.
It was super cute.
But yeah, that's what I did. So support for us is not the super cliche thing all the time. In each other's faces, in each other's shop. I could call Jahkeya anytime and I don't feel no shame. I could call her about finances, I could call her about basically anything, and we work on it together.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's so
I feel like you need people like that in your corner, right? You need people that you're able to just, hi baby, listen. This is what's happening today.
Definitely.
Right.
Now let's talk about the changes that come with entrepreneurship and like when big life moments happen. You know, life be life and life is happening. You're expecting this baby. How are you preparing for this big transition, both in your personal life and your professional life?
I have no idea.
You're just doing it.
I have no idea, but I'm not the type of person that's protocol. Like, this is
Spontaneous.
I'm very spontaneous. Yeah, I'm very spontaneous, and I kind of thrive off of things like this. So because it's something that, and I'm very spiritual, so it's just like if something happened, and God put this in my life for a reason. So it's like it's something. It might be answering something else that I wanted. So that's how I kind of look at it, and I feel like it did in a way. For example, I have workers now. All these years, I've been trying for so long to get workers. I've been denied, and just kept trying. And then I got workers, approved for workers in, I can't remember exactly right now the month, but I got approved for the workers. I'm going to say maybe 3 months later, I found out I was pregnant. So I'm just like, what is the chances of that?
Right.
So then right after that, I'm sorry, I'm got pregnancy brain.
It's okay.
We feel him working with your child.
Oh, right. So then it's like another thing that because realistically, I was considering not making this change. Because I travel a lot, so I'm just like, I'm supposed to go to Dubai. I'm supposed to go to this place. I'm supposed to go to Africa. Like, but then I start thinking about it. Like, truthfully, I always say that by the time I'm 30, I'm gonna have a child. I'm gonna have people working in my shop, and it's unfilled.
See, baby, that is like, listen,
It's unfilled.
God don't play.
Yeah, I didn't understand like when, but it naturally just happened, and then I'm just like accepting my journey, my story. Going forward, I'm scared because it's literally just me, and it's not easy in moment, right?
It's not.
So yeah, I don't really.
But you have a village.
Yeah,
You got a village.
yeah, but
Jahkeya's gonna take everything.
You miss independent. Yeah,
I would take it all the way.
Yeah, I saw a Santa message and just told her like, we can like offer him. Don't forget that you can ask for something.
Yeah.
You and what?
Ask.
Because she is
And that's why I'm gonna just ask her. Like,
Maybe you don't need to show up. Yeah.
I don't
we just go to her.
Cookie.
We just go to her. Like,
Can you hear
she's gonna do that. Because it's like literally like secret spam. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you simply spam.
Yeah, and everything's hard.
It is. And I feel like it's just about
Choosing
Picking your heart.
Yeah.
Picking your heart. It's nothing that you can't handle, and like you learn that with being an entrepreneur because it's like.
Always something.
Yeah, it's always something you don't know. You don't like. I took a risk from jump with starting my shop.
I was just about to say, and you opened it like
During the
pandemic.
Yeah.
Like,
It was a huge risk, and I just say
But I feel like that's
Why
how
not?
you know.
Like,
Yeah, and I feel like, but that's how you know that it was meant to be, right?
Yeah.
Because you're now seeing the what is it? The
Fruit
fruits
flavor.
of your seed, honey.
Yeah.
You're seeing those fruits.
Yeah.
definitely.
But truthfully, it is like, I feel like I never took a moment to not reinvest. Like, I kept putting more money, put more money in my business to get to what it is. So, like, I did it all without a loan, and most people, they probably would go get a loan, especially location of that.
Yeah.
Most people probably would get a loan. I would consider it, but I just feel like,
You don't have to pay people back.
exactly.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, so it's just putting your business first, sacrificing, and just
Making it happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, fun at the same time, but yeah,
I love
because you're
that.
still human, so you don't want to be doing it towards you're like a robot to your business. So,
Like a slave.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's fine to treat yourself here and there, but always make sure business comes first.
So, how do you feel about putting like you first or like your child first? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I'm fine with it.
Would you put yourself first or your children first?
Would I put my child before myself?
Yeah.
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 I think I did that already by keeping it.
Double that.
I didn't ask exactly. It's not a topic. It's not a topic. So I was like, might as well ask.
It's been a topic like
Since one of our episodes dropped about putting your child.
It was a debate.
Putting you first or your child first?
I can't wait to put him first.
Okay.
But you've also done everything so that you can, like,
So I
she set herself up
Yeah.
pretty well and stuff.
So my
she does herself.
I've always aimed for generational wealth. So no matter what, it's like the end goal was always for generational wealth. And it's funny because I had a conversation with myself, and I was just like, I keep talking about generational wealth. What the hell's generation?
Right now.
I feel like I'm not ready though. But like, when are you ever?
You're never
ready.
ready. Because if you would have asked me beginning of the year,
Yeah, like,
now would
what
you
was
see me
like,
as a mother?
I'm like, what's tea?
I'm so push that. I'm 29.
Okay.
This is we are 30th. We have
You guys are
plans.
30
We have
years.
plans.
Yes.
We have plans.
Yeah.
And new person with teeth coming out. And I'm gonna
It's gonna be right beside you. It's gonna be right beside you and he's playing tight.
He ain't gonna know, but he's gonna be right there.
So 30, you like this mama.
I mean, wow.
I'm so happy for you there. I really am happy for you.
Thank
And I think you're carrying
Business is thriving. You got your work too.
It's just a lot of
Yeah.
work,
But we're doing it. And we're here.
So Chelsea, what about you? The loss of your brother. I'm sure it's been really hard for you. That's been a challenge. I'm sure. If you want to talk about it,
Oh, I don't know. I'm actually at a point where I think I talk about it more. No.
okay. I want to make sure you're comfortable. You know. But how has that been for you, or how has it impacted you, like personally, or even like with your business? Your business, you know.
So with like, I think with losing my brother, because I was away, I was living in America, like I was doing it back and forth, and then I came back home after that, and I think like I came back with like nothing, like I really didn't have the drive up to emotionally, mentally, I just wasn't there. Pockets would like. I was in America. I was there.
You was in school?
No, I was out of school. So like while I was in America, I went to school in America for like probably like Esther for like 8 years now. 8 years. I did my bachelor's, did my master's, and then I worked as a senior accountant in Atlanta.
Okay.
So then that's how Optimum Body came through that. It was all fun. But with Marcus' death, I think number one, I got really, really close to God. Like, because I felt lonely. I just kind of felt hopeless. I couldn't really see myself coming. Like, I couldn't see anything. Like, it was just like I was in a dark place for a long time. And I was trying to convince myself, but I just honestly, I got closer to God and I had to like pray, like, I have to get out of this. And that's kind of why, like, I think when you choose to enter a business or you like figure like your why. So like my business, Optimum Body, is only up from her. like I said this before on Instagram, like my last post that I posted was a picture of I went to go delete my Instagram, and the last picture was like a picture of my brother and I to the back, and it was like, it's only up from her. So I think like that kind of just gave me like a little, it was just like, girl, like, get up. Because you have work to do. Like, it just kind of changed like my purpose a little bit more. Like, it was a little bit more impactful, more purposeful. Like, I figured out, like, I think how to live more. Because death is like inevitable. Like, it's gonna happen to any single one of us at any given time. We don't know. But it's just like, live your life. And you can't allow grief, death to kind of hold you in bondage. And I think that's what happens sometimes if you're not really like trying to like get out of it, you get stuck in it.
It'll suck you right
It will really suck you in a way of, you could be fine today, tomorrow you're a basket case. Like,
and I was just would say, I feel like with grief, it's so up and down.
It is.
It's so up and down. Like one day you can feel like, okay, I'm pulling myself up, and the next day you're just
it's like tomorrow. So like through like that whole trying to find myself, because you're never the same. Who I was on May 13th, like, I was out having a good time in New York. I got a call. My life literally changed. And I'm like, I don't like going back past that camera roll. And I took some really cute pictures that night, and I just hate them. But like, I'm never going to be the same at that person. So with like going through grief and stuff like that, I was able to like kind of just get a sense of newness. And so I remember saying like, this is not going to keep me down, because my brother helped me so much in my business. It was like, I didn't want it to die with him. So that's what also made me be like, I gotta like keep it going. And then like, I said to myself, I'm gonna make it my business to mind my business. And literally I did that. I got my job.
That is a word.
Well, make it my business to mind
mind my business. Honey, I want that on my shirt. Make my business to mind my business on my shirt.
Mind your business, okay?
I literally did that. Like I made it my business to mind my business. I had to humble myself, because as a full-time entrepreneur, I didn't want to go back and work for anybody. But I'm like, so I had to really humble myself, and I had to refix that resume I didn't touch since like years ago. And I applied for 3 jobs. And I prayed for a job of peace. I prayed for a job like working at some peace to purpose, where I felt like I was fulfilling something that that I want to do. And then paper, I needed some money. I need some money. Because I wanted to be open optimum. And when you have an inventory product-based business, you need to put money in. So So that was kind of everything. And then I got the job. And then I had to go to court for Marco. That same day, and I got the keys for that shop. That's where the story of the shop is crazy, because it was just, I got the store. I got the store first, then the job first. And then, then I just got my car. Like this. Like, what am I doing?
Baby, you got the
Hey, nobody knows.
You probably don't know that. It's like, you pretty, you got a car, got a car.
Yes, girl, I just got a car.
Congratulations. It's really only up.
It is really only up. Like, literally, it's what? Sink or swim. Nobody is coming to save you. I think when people no matter what. Like, when you realize that nobody is coming to save you but yourself, you realize, oh yeah, I gotta get up. And so just seeing my whole year go from like literally nothing to something, I just want to tell everybody.
It's amazing how it can happen, because if you're outside looking in, it looks like just goes like that. But
All the hard work.
But I feel like if you've been a follower and you like watch it, I feel like you've seen the process.
The growth. But then it's like the growth, but then it's like this. It's like you're growing, and just your life just changes. And I think that's what happened. My brother passed. It's like, because at that time, right before my brother passed, I remember I got into lines. I got into the airport. I started working with Treasure, doing creative directing. Like, I'm thinking like, because my girls was switching a little bit more into the creative directing field too. And I'm just like,
so you feel like that was like the biggest challenge that you faced?
Yeah. I thought a breakup was that. Because, let me say this. I think grief comes in many forms. Like, I think people can grieve their job. I think people can grieve breakups with people that are still living. And you have to accept the fact that you can no longer be with that person, but they're alive. Oh my God, that's sickening too. So I think there's different forms of grief, but actually that my brother is no longer here. I can't pick up the phone and call him. And then I see Vega. And then I'm looking at Vega like, you was robbed of a brother, of a dad. Then I think, yeah, that's just been the hardest, So, yeah. But I'm able to now I've been able to kind of speak on it, grief, marker and stuff like that, because before I could
I commend you for this show. Like, I really do. And I hope that you opening up about this is so beautiful. And even for people that are watching it, they're struggling with grieving somebody, like, just seeing, and like, I feel like you're just a perfect example of, like, yes, you can make it. I commend you for bringing yourself out of that. I feel like a lot of people, they would let that consume them. And I think that you are just a perfect example of, yes, life can get hard, life is tough, and it's all about how you deal with it, right? And it's all about your mindset. And I just think that that's so beautiful, Charlie. I'm so
take control again.
You took control. Thank you to the Lord.
Thank you.
And I love that. And I feel like you're just like the perfect example of just bringing yourself out and just
You really are like inspiring.
Thank you. That'll make us cry up in her right now.
Well, yeah, I was getting a little teary-eyed when you're talking about your brother. I
usually, and the thing is, like, it's so crazy because I usually cannot talk about crying, but lately, I'm my little podcast is called Good Grief because it's about navigating the grief. It's the real stuff. We go to court for it for Margaret's death, so it's not even been like a no grief is easy, but it's not been just I got to grieve that person. We got to go to court and hear exactly everything that happened. So through everything, it's just it gets very emotional. But like you said, you have some days like tomorrow I could be driving, something reminds you of him, and it's like his still not there. Or like some people will post and I'm like, where is he at? And I'm like he's not even here anymore. So it's just those things. But I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah.
And I gotta do stuff for family, for Vega. These things are off. I got work to do. So
it's forever with you.
Yeah, in my heart, and I noticed that. So if anybody is going through grief and stuff like that, you can take them. I take my brother in my heart wherever I'm gonna go. He's in my heart. He's in my grind. He's the reason that I want to read that. Yes, when I talk about him too, and he's in my shop. You can't. He's just with me.
He's everywhere.
Yeah. And then Callister, that's awesome. He used to bother me and she went for optimal. And I'm like, doing what? And how I'm gonna pay somebody? I don't even pay myself. Yeah. So she's she promoted as my store manager.
I love that.
She'll be running it. I'm gonna be teaching her different things. The people that work under, she'll have people work under her part time. So, I'm excited that a lot of different things I'm fulfilling the things that he would have wanted anyway. So it's beautiful at the end of the day.
It's very beautiful.
Is there a specific mindset that helps you stay balanced?
Just think I think that's just it. Because
prayer? Prayer? Do you pray a lot?
Oh yeah, prayer for sure. I think I probably do that the most because I really need God's strength a lot of times because it gets lonely. Even when you were saying for the village, it's you can just still have people because I have a lot of support, but then I feel lonely a lot of times because no one's in your thoughts, no one's in your mind. People don't really get your deepest, darkest moments when you feel worthless. Because sometimes with Jahkeya and I have to say Jahkeya you're doing good. She has to tell me, and I'm I think she texted me the other day or something. And I'm because when you're constantly building and you don't really see that you're doing really good.
We keep raising the bar, so it's never really satisfied. Yeah. So it doesn't feel as though we've succeeded.
My brain
but it's every day you're not feeling your best, right? So how do you stay motivated, to succeed in both in your business and your corporate job? How do you stay motivated?
How do I stay motivated? I think it goes kind of back to the why I'm doing the things why I'm doing the things I'm doing. So a lot has to do with me, my personal satisfaction, and where I see myself. Because sometimes people ain't handing nothing to you anymore, right? You have to work hard to get it, and so we've been goal driven, oriented to that. But then also with my brother, the stakes are higher. This nigga, this man, my brother, be had quit. I'll be up 5 a.m. He'd be up 5 in the morning and he'd be like working on my logos, different things like that. So all of that work that he put in, I cannot let it go. And then we developed his brand, his boots. So I'm working on that stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's just things that we have to get done. That it's just, it has to get done. Rather, if we do it sad. I'm not saying that I do it unmotivated sometimes.
It's been times where I'm on my way to where I'm bawling my eyes
Yeah.
out. Hi guys,
Yeah.
how you doing? They're like, whatever. No. Ever.
We suck it up and do what we have to do.
You just gotta keep going.
Yeah.
And especially living in America, I think that has a lot to do with us and how we grind too. Because in America, you hear some other stories. So sometimes you always think your story's worse until you hear somebody else. And when we was living out there, you will meet people that no mom, no dad, no this, no that, lost this. They're still grinding. Like, this ain't no time. Like, there ain't no excuses. Like, you either want it or you don't. And if you don't want it, then step aside and let somebody else come through. So out there, it's really hustle. It's really out the mud. And that's when you really appreciate it. You're like, dang, like I gotta get there too. So it's been embedded in us for real.
Yeah.
So mine has been embedded mostly from my upbringing
And that's it.
versus watching others.
Yeah.
Well, what about your upbringing?
What was that?
You're up in the door. I tell you this.
And then you say more thoughts. No, I wasn't right. You know, because that's sometimes like, especially when I'm gonna pull me up on liquor.
I know. I need someone.
You want some Roach's wine, Bookie Boo? There you go. You think that's it? This is the liquor, right?
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Your upbringing.
How was upbringing?
So I can't say that I'm had the worst upbringing, but it hasn't been as easy as my parents. So, like for example, my dad was heavy on drugs, so he was never in my life. I know him, 100%. Don't feel any way about him or anything like that. Love him still. My mom had me at 17, so we're more like sisters than we actually got along. So I actually got raised by her foster mom. No grandparents, no intimate family, or nothing like that. So that could be another reason why I'm not that emotional.
Okay.
But I feel like honestly, you are definitely not a product of your environment.
No,
Like you're definitely not. And I feel like
it goes back to sink or swim. So it's like I did get to a point where I felt very depressed. You know, it was a lot. I had a lot going on. I can't.
I can't.
My girl's right. I'm not.
I was like, trying to cross my legs. I tell you.
Go back to
tell you that. Where were we?
You used to be depressed?
Oh, yeah. So I went through a real easily.
There's someone that you been with Facebook? I think it's a little heavy.
Why would I say it's got heavy? Like,
Yes, I got a little heavy. Yes, I got in a relationship and like I had to pay for my schooling and stuff. That was very tough. But anyway, graduating from that, I did go through a real depression because the lady that raised me, that to me it just seemed like I would never be able to live without her, kind of. I don't know what happened, but we just went like that. So I kind of do, but I'm not gonna say. Right. Yeah. So we kind of went separate. So at that point, it's like if you're not close with any of your parentals, I'm like not in child. Sorry, sister.
With
With the age gap, I'm an only child basically. And so it's just like I didn't have anyone, no one to really look to. So the person that I did look to for everything was just like they're gone. So it's just like I just felt lonely. So I did get in another where it was just like I don't know what is gonna happen in my life, but this is not it. But then I literally that's how I ended up being very spiritual and being into like manifesting things, and that is so real.
It is.
So
He was working on. Remember, he was working.
yeah, I
How I was making. She started working a lot and giving me. Remember, he was taking picking me up.
that was before college.
Oh.
Jakeya's
She is been in her bed. Sorry. She is been in her bed.
been in her bed. Thank you. She got that bun
Because I was coming back from college and he was like, yeah, let's get in this taxi somewhere. I'm like, yeah, can you put it?
Period.
So if I have a job, I try to get I guess like what they call it, the teacher's pay.
Period. I'm trying to say I want some size.
So I guess that's what I used to do. So I used to get all the olives and everything where I worked, and I used to work all these stores. Like I have money.
I know.
It's no money now, but back then it was
money.
Money.
And you was young, so baby, you had money.
Right.
It belongs to my birthday today.
Right?
That was
before
before
college. Just before college.
Mhm.
Before I went to college. It was like, but I was saving up. Really, I found out I had to pay for college at the airport.
When you're later,
Girl,
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I thought I had to pay for college at the airport. It just kind of, I don't know what happened with because I had like a what's it called?
The Heritage Fund?
Yes, that.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I had that. I guess she didn't want to give it to me.
Right.
She don't ever watch this.
Yeah, watch this if you
I guess she didn't want to give it to me anymore. I don't know what happened with that money, but the money was cool. I didn't get it. But so instead of me having like furniture and stuff in my apartment, I had to use it for school. So I had like a blow up bed, Kanika's mama.
Oh, you
Gave
did
me
have that, but you set it up real cute though.
I did, because you still gotta make
You did.
Baby, you gotta make a good one. Honey.
Not that you don't
That's what I
have
did. That's what I did.
It was so cute.
Yeah, it was so cute. So
I remember that one.
yeah, but then it's I just feel like it prepped me. When I look back on my life, I don't regret nothing, because I feel like it prepped me for where I am now. Like
you who you are.
She was doing makeup out that house, remember?
the
She was doing makeup out that room.
I was terrible at it.
The name of forever. You need to give Celine the name. Anytime you're going to her, she always wanted, like, she had to get Jahkeya to do her makeup.
That's
And Jahkeya was doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, how you was brought up, it really has made you who you are today.
Yeah. It makes you strong.
That's why she said independent and I have to say, Jahkeya, what do you need, friend?
Well, truthfully, I feel as though if this is my point of view, if those who brought me in this world, you can't depend on, I'm not going to put that weight on anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my reason.
For not asking for money.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's my reason for not wanting help.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if one day it'll be my downfall. I hope not. But that's my reason. So that's why. And it's like not. Obviously, everybody goes through. So I don't want anyone to look at like my parents badly. So obviously they had to go through whatever they had to go through.
Right.
And not all the time. Like generations are different.
Mm-hmm.
So not all the time they will have a strong mental to really know what to do to switch.
Mm-hmm.
So they might just be stuck in.
Mm-hmm. We even talked about that in Bree's episode.
Yeah.
Because Bree's daddy
Mm-hmm.
was like that as well. And she was even saying, like, you know, like, you just never know what day we're dealing with. Also. So you have to like give them grace as well. It's everyone's first time in life. We're all hurt, all trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So now it's just about like, you ever seen that thing on Instagram where it's like the generations where they're pouring the coffee into the water and as it keeps going it gets clear. So
I've never seen it like that. Okay, tell me.
So it's like yeah, so it's like a cup filled with like water and coffee, so it's dark, but then it keeps getting poured into more clear water, and then eventually it just clears out. So it's basically like the fixing generational crisis, I think. So it's just that's my mindset. So it's just like sometimes I find myself about to snap, and then I'm just like, how would I want this to be handled if I was on the other side? So I couldn't.
Yeah. I feel like that's a beautiful way to like look at stuff and deal with stuff.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's a good one. Okay.
So when did you guys decide to become entrepreneurs? Because you guys went to school, you
We didn't even talk about like how you guys started.
right, because you went to what did you study in school? What did you? You studied this.
Cinema management and aesthetics.
Okay, and what about you, Charles?
I did my bachelor's in accounting, HR management, and then I did my master's in business.
Oh, honey.
Yeah.
Accounting.
Yeah. We were born entrepreneurs.
Educated.
When I did my master's, one of the questions were entrepreneurs born or made. We were born entrepreneurs. I came home like at 5 years old. I was selling popcorn and running everywhere.
Okay, you
Okay.
Yeah,
what you mean?
I was definitely selling lemonade.
You were selling
I was selling lemonade. I was selling I had to do tea.
Yeah, I'm
My
saying,
friend.
Oh my god, you did.
Entrepreneurs are born.
You did.
Like, entrepreneurs do we can't.
They're not.
Yes, it's definitely brilliant.
Yeah, it's a hustle that's like
You can be
churning inside.
You know, it's a difference. I learned this when I was doing my master's. It's a difference between like an entrepreneur and a business owner. Like entrepreneurs are so like we always have a new idea because we're solution based. Like we're like what's the problem? We need to fix something. Like that's like a mindset of entrepreneur. But did waste fee. I was selling waste fee. Remember that?
You did
I did.
I don't know like pop the snap.
Yeah,
I had a good AC from you.
I was making I was doing a lot of different stuff, but when I did I think 2017 is when I started Optimum Body. Like the idea of, because I wasn't in Bermuda when I started my business. I was away, so it was kind of like influenced by the culture out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember wanted to I was working out because I was going through a time of my life. My parents were separating or something like that. And I remember being a little depressed and going to the gym. And so I was like, oh, I want a cute little outfit to work out in. And then I like Claire Huxtable, they had the bodysuit with the leggings.
Mm-hmm.
So I just sketched that. I'm like, oh, how do I get this made? And then I just started researching. Because one thing I'm gonna find out to do something.
Okay.
And it wasn't like social media was definitely not this. Like, so we couldn't really find what we're looking for on TikTok or Google.
Yeah.
It took a lot of research. And so for my graduation gift, I wanted a Louis Vuitton bag. My mama didn't get it for me. She ended up giving me money towards manufacturing. So I flew to New York with my friend and I met my first manufacturing company. And that's kind of how I started because it wasn't a name yet. So I didn't have Optimum Body yet. It was just this collection.
Mm-hmm.
And then it didn't work out. And then I remember feeling like, I like whatever this is. I want to do it again. I didn't like the samples. But I'm like, I want to do this again.
Mm-hmm.
But then I said, you know what? Yeah, it's a fun journey. And then like 2018, I'm like, okay, let me do this the right way. So I got incorporated. I got a lawyer. I did all of this other stuff. And like, that's when Optimum Body was kind of formed. And then from 2018 till now, it's so many different things you
your
learn.
business started. That's when everything is like, well, what did I do?
What did I do?
What did I do?
You're paying these taxes.
Yeah,
You got this lawyer.
And you're doing things right.
Yeah, when you start doing it right, that's when you're like,
it's a lot of work.
did I make the right
Like a lot
decision?
of
And I feel like I feel like a lot of people in Bermuda, everyone has a business, right? But you have to like really make it into a legit
business.
something, and that's a lot.
Yeah, when you do it right, I feel like that's when, because we'll get messages about stuff like something happened to me the other day, and it was like, oh, this company emailed that you owe this, like especially when you're growing and you're becoming more popular, they will come for you for every little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even with I feel like with Bermuda, especially I guess because it's so small, so it's like someone's always gonna say something to the next person. That person works through, so it's like, oh, so that's what she paid. So that's how much you made. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, you got this big bill.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
wait a minute, you didn't mix us together.
Yeah, it's like what is it? It's like
it's a difference operating her recipe for sure.
So what about you, Jahkeya? You went to school for this, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
You always wanted to have like your own store.
Yes. So I always wanted to be a CEO. I do remember not knowing what CEO, like what role. It was probably like 2014 or 13. I'm like, how old am I at that age? Young. So I just didn't like when people tell me what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so at that point, I was just like,
You knew you couldn't work for somebody.
Yeah.
They had to work for you.
yeah, I just knew, I have to have the final say. So I didn't know what. I started to get into makeup. I want to say I visited her.
You did what?
get into makeup. That was the first thing I got into. I visited you in
You guys was in the same state?
I was actually supposed to go to Atlanta, but last
You
minute.
visited me where?
In Huntsville, child.
Just talk about Huntsville. I know about it. What you was visiting me for?
Probably just going. Remember we went to
This always taking me. Tell me which one.
What is the Chris Brown concert?
Yeah.
And
Okay, that's very big time.
yeah. Yeah. So I think that was or was that
You went to, I thought when you first visited me, you was in Vegas.
no. Anywho, I like that.
I think I'm going to. I think it was off. I think it was off.
I went visited them, and I just remember they were just like, "Oh, you do nice makeup. You should start doing makeup." So I was like, "Yeah, I've been considering it." So I ended up, yes, it was before, because then I remember I was gonna go to school. I was going to go to college for business, but that was only because again, the lady that raised me, she's very successful. So her mindset was more so business or like, the old school medium, nothing really entrepreneurial. So she didn't really understand what I wanted to do. But then her mom is very like a go after what you want.
Oh yeah.
So her mom helped me find a college.
She did?
Mm.
I never did that.
That's
Yeah,
helped me.
Wendy.
Her mom helped me find a college, and then I saw was makeup. I didn't even know what I was getting myself into. I just saw makeup. I said, "Yeah, that's it." So I was supposed to have a degree behind it, and I did. So I did it, and then I ended up finding out about everything else and
Esthetician.
as an esthetician. But I went to a trade school, so it was hands-on. So some days we was acting as though we was the salon and all. And I remember being in college saying like, I'm going back home and I'm going to have a salon. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. So
Manifesting.
I just used to always say it. And I'm like, I don't know. It's going to happen though. And yeah. But my first my first product I still was my first service was makeup. My first product was lash pops. The lash pops.
That's what's so
My first product was that. I did not know how to get the case into the lollipops, so I used the glue sticks to the circle thing to make it and put glue on there to make it to a lollipop.
crafty.
Yeah. Eventually, I was able to find a vendor that made the actual, but that was like years later. Because again, like she said, when we first started, it wasn't that easy to find vendor. It wasn't that easy at all. So I used to get I used to rent my bike. I had a bike. So I used to rent my bike when I was in school, and I got like $200 or $300.
You should have hustled.
So that's what I like used for food. I'm using myself, so things will we could run over that. So I use it for food, or like if we was going over a cook, this time we didn't really have to pay for these things. But yeah. So this time when I got the money, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna invest it. And I invested in lashes. And then that's when, well, we said off camera, I found a way to sell the lashes to Bermudians. So I was like shipping them. And you was helping me because you were shipping to for you. Yeah.
You was shipping these lashes out.
So I did that, but it only lasted for a certain amount of time until I got that platform didn't work for me anymore. So then it was every time I was coming back home, it was like $50 for makeup. I was doing something low price. Also, that price like, girl, what?
But back then, everything's got a coin.
It was like $50 for makeup. I remember my Tiny T, she had this little booth. In the mall. I was doing makeup in there. I was riding around to different people selling my lashes. Then I picked up bartending. And I picked up bartending. I picked up Marketplace. No, Marketplace been gone. I used to work at Alabama.
Oh yes, part time. I remember.
Yes, I used to work at Alabama, and then I picked up a spa job,
I remember this.
and then I was also doing like my services mobile.
The first time you're talking, and my mom heard every day I'm hustling.
I
But see, people wouldn't even know that.
Yeah.
One.
They wouldn't.
It just looks
And
like
then-
she got the store, but it's
yeah,
not.
and
She
then
was
it
doing
sucks
hustling.
because I'm pretty sure you guys have heard it. At the end of it all, I didn't get the credit. A guy that I met with got the credit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like it really sucks.
But this is where you clear the air.
Yeah. Not saying that he was supportive, but he was supportive towards he was supposed to be as
Of course.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah.
Like, don't discredit her from the
Yeah.
work that she
She's putting in. She's been putting in this work. She is a hustler. Every day she's hustling. When you put in this work, you assume the minute you went to school.
Yeah.
You know, you had to go.
And then I was just, and at some point it was just like, after this, I might as well just get a regular job. But then it's just like, what was the point of putting myself to school? Because I could have just stayed back at home if that's the case, right?
But that was the end all be all.
Yeah.
You had a lot of potential, and you should.
And you really have to envision how you want your life to be. You really do.
See?
It's not
You're the drama.
And don't stop till you get it.
Yeah. Period.
And
And when you get it, don't stop.
don't stop. Keep going.
Keep chasing it like you're chasing it for the first time.
No, because like people think that the hardest thing in entrepreneurship is like either getting popular or getting clients and all that type of stuff. Getting to the top, like being at a place where you're like kind of established. We were just talking about this. The hardest thing is maintaining.
I was just going to say,
Maintaining this,
Yeah.
maintaining this, people retaining your customers, trying to still feel relevant because a lot of people like things that are popular, that are new, but like, how about the
And so
business?
much people doing the same thing, you know?
So it's
And
like,
then I do realize a lot of people is like they would be rocking with you until something
You feel
else.
successful too.
Yeah. Until they feel as if okay, we're
Were you?
nah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's got to
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Other day. That's crazy.
and then they just switch to next and it's just like really
I think
that's the challenge. It's like retaining people and keeping them, because there's going to be new people coming out all the time, but it's like literally, it's not about the fastest, it's the one who endures to the end. So that's why you also have to be like intentional about the things you're putting out. But it's just hard to maintain it and trying to retain the people.
And then
that you get.
especially with the percentage of people that you have to market to, looking at being in Bermuda,
Yeah.
it's a small percentage. So it's just like
Not like America.
yeah, it's not like America where it's like we're putting in just as much as work and we should see just as much as the numbers as them, but we're not because our percentage is way smaller.
Yeah.
Like our 10% would be like our 100% to up there. Like so it is kind of difficult when people start to feel like it's just cool.
Yeah.
Because we need to support everybody.
I can agree with you.
Yeah.
Support these businesses is good. And
we do like it would blast that we do got support, but we've also learned like as you grow with your business, like you start off with a specific target audience. So mine was strictly women in the beginning. It was athleisure wear for women to remind them to be a better version of them, that whole thing. So now, like this year, I'm taking back because now my business is matured a little bit more. It's expanded a little bit more. So now my brand is kind of not really tailored just to women. It's more of a family brand. So you will see some of my content kind of switching to like a little bit family, girlfriends, like men with friends, like, so about your clientele, you realize that when you have to adjust. And then you realize you want more. It's not about quantity, it's about quality of customers you have. And you'll see, like, we'll do good finance, like, with our sales because we kind of established, like, that's not our, and if people don't support us, like, we want your support, but it may not be for you anymore.
right.
Our price may not be. Jahkeya that's one thing we need to put. Jahkeya used to tell me all the time, Chelsea, your prices. Your prices, Chelsea. How are you gonna live like this? Your prices. Like this is the first year when I had the store when I had to pay some real deal like overhead.
That's how all the time. And then people want their bills, they want the bills.
Yeah, they want the bills. So I just had to make sure the quality was with the pricing.
Truthfully, as an entrepreneur, you do end up kind of
cutting yourself.
you do cut yourself short because it's like you still want people to come, right?
Right.
So it's like if you see people kind of like, oh, they don't. But sometimes people be trying.
Yeah, they
They have the money.
Yeah.
They're just trying to see if they can
Get one off.
Yeah,
because
and then
shipping customs like in Bermuda versus like operating in America. When my stuff ships to America, that's my price. And then I may have like a little bit of overhead, because I'm just doing online. But her, you have to take into account
And then it's like
shipping, customs. Like it's a lot.
people will be complaining about our price, but then go be buying from
Yeah.
Jada.
No, for real.
You know?
Yeah.
But then again, sometimes like I realized, you looking in the mirror, you have to make people like you don't think it's easy anymore. Like how it used to be when we first started, where people was just shopping. No, nowadays you have to make. You gotta give them a reason to support. Why should I support you?
Right.
I'm gonna make sure my content's good. I'm gonna make sure the quality is good. I'm gonna make sure that when they come in my store, they're greeted with customer service. You're gonna want to support my brand. Period.
Yeah,
whether you like me or not.
Exactly.
And that's just what we
And
strive for.
I love that.
You strive for that. You're gonna get a good experience when you come with us. And we're open to constructive criticism. We have to say what
You have to. You have
Cool.
Yeah, because that's
as much as you're
Right.
like, damn.
so much.
But you have to,
yeah.
it's a part of growth, and I feel like constructive criticism. Right.
We didn't talk about that in our episode.
In your previous episode,
Mm-hmm.
we talk about just getting constructive criticism and how that's meant to make you want to be better, you know, and put you on that next level.
And it's good to have people around that are going to be willing to make sure they come at you correctly.
I just want to say, someone say that
Because you
There's
have to
some
be
people
careful.
where how they
Being
present
hated.
themselves, it's like, okay, I sense the hate.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't have to say it like that.
Yeah.
Like, cut me some slack.
So what's been like the most rewarding part of running you guys' businesses?
Number
I
one,
don't feel like that bad.
the people.
You think
Number
you haven't
one.
had that with me yet? Really?
I feel like, wow, I think for me, of this conversation that we had, right? I feel like you getting your markers. You said you always wanted that. That is a reward. If you're like these markers, and once you have this baby, you could just take 5.
But I'm spending like money on
Yeah, screw money don't make no money.
That's make a picture. I think it's
But yeah, I think maybe it might be because I have an aunt girl, and I think once I get to that point, I might feel like
You feel like that's that reward.
that's a reward. So
And that's
right
fine.
now, I'm not really like. I mean, I'm thankful, very thankful, and very blessed because even that maybe where I was just taking a lot of trips, like to be able to do that, and I don't work for anybody. It's literally just all for me. Like, and I'm just like, I'm living in one of the most expensive countries in the world. It's just like, dang, I'm doing that for real. Like sometimes I do look back and I say that, but as like something where I'm like reward. I don't think I'm gonna feel it. I haven't felt it yet. Maybe because I'm always going. I don't know.
Maybe because you feel like you're not doing enough.
Or that it'd be like
But maybe it's doing a lot. You are doing a lot.
We're never
And I think that you guys are both
yeah.
just really evolving in your like businesses. And it's wonderful to see. It's beautiful to see. It's very motivational.
It is.
Shoot, I don't even have business. I'm ready to go open up my business tomorrow.
Well, you haven't had a business plan.
You have pretty much. No, I need it, but that is not happening anymore. It's not anymore.
Just tired.
I'm just tired.
I think this year, I don't know who I was talking to. I think I was talking to my boyfriend. I was telling him like, 50 grand opening, I didn't feel like, I don't know if it's because I didn't get a limit by myself. But that was before I went away.
And especially your hands.
Right, when your hands in. So recently I went away I had to get off the army because I went from that whole year of nothing to then this happened. It was like, so I think my reward, and then when I did my grand opening, I did the film. It's only up from her film. And I did that.
So now it's to see it.
Yeah, you saw it. Boom.
I really want to.
No, but I can still send it. I'm gonna get it, put it up.
Put that on TV.
Yeah.
I
I don't know. But I think after that, it ended up getting picked up to be shown to like the BUT of teachers, entrepreneurs. They paid me to show it at specialty, so like more people got to see it. So I think the reward at the end was, it's really like I said, my whole year from losing my brother was more purposeful and impactful. So it was just an overjoying feeling how much people felt like they was inspired.
I was just gonna say I would love to hear you guys' advice or the viewers. Do you have any advice for the viewers? To everyone that is opening up business or would love to open up a business?
I would have to say don't give up, keep going. Because the moment you decide to give up, it might be the diamond on the other side.
You could be grinding for 5 years, 4 years, and then that six year.
Or probably not even that
Not
month,
even.
that next month. Don't stop.
Yeah.
You hit. So just don't stop.
Definitely.
What about you, Chelsea?
Mine is my motto, which is exemplify excellence. So whatever you do your best. Put your best foot forward. Your best foot forward. There's always room for growth. Exemplify excellence. Exceed expectations. Go above and beyond. Any chance you can get. Like dream big. Don't ever stop dreaming big. And embrace eternity. Like put God first, and everything will come to you afterwards. Like just ask them like where should I be? What do you want in my life? And everything will just flow. It won't be easy. But it will be there.
And no such thing as a loss. Everything's
No. We welcome those.
Yeah.
We welcome
We need
those.
them.
You need
Yeah. Definitely need them to grow. So, yes.
What's the best piece of advice you've received in business that you wish you would have received sooner?
I can concur. Take your emotions out of it. Take your emotions out of it. When you take the E off emotion, it's motion.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Like literally, my boyfriend used to tell me that because he's from like America, and I was super emotional. Like just so my feelings were just so invested with my business. With my business endeavors, like meeting new manufacturers, they upset me. Like I'm not being tough enough. I'm letting people scare me. Like he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna have to teach you something. Like take the emotions out of it, take the feelings out of it, and do business, real business." And literally, that was something like I wish he would have been told me, but it allowed me to go through a lot of mess ups, and it just helped me, grow. But if I could tell anyone, like take your emotions out of it and just focus on what you need to.
What about you?
There's no such thing as no. There's always a way.
Period.
Yeah.
Always a way.
Period.
And then also investing.
Shoot.
Because nobody really talks about like
Yeah.
where to put your money when you have it. Because it's easy to kind of like save your money. But then it's like once you're living in a place where it's so
You
expensive,
need your money to make
you
that.
still need your money. So it's like it's like this.
Yeah.
So I want to say my next will have to be to invest it. And when I say invest it, it's not like open up this business because you're always gonna need money to run that business. But no, put it in a place where that money
Makes money.
makes money. Because you got to get it. Yeah.
Go on.
Well, we really appreciate you guys coming on. It was so much fun.
It was. We had a great time.
And like we're proud of you guys too. Like you guys are doing your things. I don't care the age. Like you guys are creating your own platform, your own steps in Bermuda. And like I said to you, like you never know where this can take you guys, and we're hoping that it could take you guys far.
It's only up from here, honey.
Thank you. Thank you for coming, you guys. You have a good episode, child.
Cheers!
Yeah.
To the girls, I ain't got nothing.
I ain't got
to say,
nothing.
but cheers.
Cheers
For my
to
everyone.
girls. Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
We really appreciate all the love and support. This was the last episode of season 1.
And we'll see y'all in season 2 in March.